Coming up on ABC 7 at noon.
We're under an ABC 7 first alert as we track potential rain chances into our coming Labor Day, along with some cooler temperatures. We'll break down your forecast, let you know what you can expect coming up in the weather.
And a deadly shooting in Minneapolis killed 2 children and left more than a dozen injured.
We're also aware of a manifesto that the shooter had timed to be released on YouTube. This manifesto appeared to show him at the scene and included some disturbing writings.
Now officials in Minneapolis are urgently searching for a motive that led to the tragedy in a Catholic school.
And a shakeup at the CDC started with its director being fired. She was just a few weeks into the job.
We need to continue to support the promotion of utilization of vaccines.
How a disagreement over vaccine policies cost her the job.
And an animal cruelty case saved more than 20 animals from a home that included cats left in the bathtub covered in wire. We'll have the details of the case and how El Paso won.
Live, where news comes first, from the Mesilla Valley and Las Cruces to El Paso and the borderland, this is ABC 7 at noon.
Good afternoon. Here's a live look at our ABC 7 mountain camera. You can see it's a gorgeous day so far. The camera's not even shaking, but it looks like things are about to change as we continue to zoom out little by little. We do see a little bit of the pollution, but other than that, it's still a beautiful day. Good afternoon and buenas tardes. El Paso, Las Cruces, Fort Bliss, and Ciudad Juarez. I'm Iris Garcia Barron.
And I'm Sarah Correa, filling in for Nicole. Thank you for joining us today for ABC 7 at noon on air and live on KBIE.com.
And now to Storm Track weather. Sarah, it's a busy weekend, Labor Day weekend. I know a lot of folks are wondering, can we go outside? What's the deal? Now we're under an ABC 7 first alert.
Right, so sadly we are looking at a little bit of a shift. Now we had a couple of calm days, but rain chances are really starting to pick up once again. So today, although thunderstorm chances are a bit weaker, we are going to see that potential climb in time for tomorrow and then certainly into your Labor Day weekend. So today we are hanging on to about a 10% chance for rain. Tomorrow that chance climbs to 30, tripling, and then into your Saturday, your Sunday, and your Monday, we are looking at about a 40% chance for rain. So take a look at this excessive rainfall outlook. You can see today where that marginal risk lies through portions of Hatch. Into tomorrow, it gets a little closer to portions of El Paso, and then into your weekend as well. That remains in effect. So overall, again, that's the reason for our ABC 7 first alert, preparing you for your Labor Day weekend. Today, looking at weaker storm chances, but they will climb in time for your holiday.
Thank you, Sarah. Definitely looking forward to the rain chances. And now let's give you a live look at our lunchtime commute. You can see a little bit back up. This is I-10 and westbound near Brown, right before Porfirio Diaz. We are tracking and this is due to construction. So if you're heading that way, maybe you want to take Montana, if not Loop 375, in order to bypass this. And now today, officials in Minneapolis are currently searching for a motive after a shooter opened fire in a Catholic parish yesterday, killing 2 students and injured more than a dozen others as they prayed.
Now the families of the victims are beginning to address what happened as we learn more about the facts of courage inside that church. ABC's Christian Cordero is in the scene in Minneapolis with more.
Today, families in Minneapolis are searching for a reason why a school church has turned into a crime scene. Police say a shooter armed with 3 guns fired dozens of rounds through the stained glass windows at Annunciation Catholic School during morning service yesterday, killing an 8-year-old, a 10-year-old, and injuring 17 others.
All we hear is pow, pow, pow. And my classmates some of my classmates thought it was confetti because they saw the glass from the stained glass windows flying. I knew I just needed to get down and try to keep everyone safe.
The suspect, identified by police as 23-year-old Robin Westman, born Robert Westman, died by suicide. Investigators say Westman had no prior criminal record and bought the weapons recently and legally. The investigation is focusing now on a video the suspect allegedly posted online.
We're also aware of a manifesto that the shooter had timed to be released on YouTube. This manifesto appeared to show him at the scene and included some disturbing writings.
Police say they believe the shooter attended Annunciation. ABC affiliate KSTP obtained this yearbook photo. And according to an online post from the church, Westman's mother worked there as recently as 2021. Thousands attended vigils last night, including this mother, who tells us she heard the gunshots as she and her kids were getting ready for the day.
I'm just really grieving for the families that aren't able to say that they're safe. that the people they love are safe.
The truth is that there needs to be change so that we don't have another mayor in another month and a half talking about a tragedy that happened in their city.
Officials say all 17 who were injured are expected to survive. The mother of a student who was shot and survived released a statement saying their family's hearts are shattered. They will help their son rebuild his life and are calling on the community to rebuild too. Christiane Cordero, ABC News, Minneapolis.
And locally, the impact of the shooting is also being felt here in the borderlands. ABC 7's Rishi Oza spoke with Catholics in El Paso, and he has more.
The Catholic Diocese of El Paso serves over 600,000 people here in the borderland. With multiple Catholic schools and churches in town, some residents are calling for increased safety measures around the churches.
I am fearful because that's 3 of my pieces of me, 3 of my babies.
Dr. Michelle Atkinson has 3 children at the St. Patrick Cathedral School in downtown El Paso. She feels safe with her kids at the school, but with the events in Minnesota, she wonders if they can secure the church anymore.
However, this young man was outside, so I feel that churches do need to have some sort of security on the outside.
This incident reminded Dr. Atkinson about the August 3rd shooting at the Cielo Vista Walmart here in El Paso.
We are a very tight community here at St. Patrick's, and I can't even fathom the thought of losing one of our children because of something like this.
In a video sent by the El Paso Catholic Diocese, Bishop Mark Seitz responded to the shooting.
One would think we'd get to the point where we were no longer shocked.
Bishop Seitz said more needs to be done to better support people struggling with mental health issues.
We need to build a sense of community so that we're aware when people are going through this and we're responding to them earlier in the process.
He also added that the diocese has taken steps to increase security in schools and in churches, but he also said there's only a certain amount they can do.
You know, you always want to find a solution for the next time. And right now, I'm struggling with that. We have to realize that in this world, there are things that we human beings cannot control.
Bishop Seitz emphasized the need for reasonable legislation around gun control, mental health services, and building community to reach more people. He also added that the El Paso Catholic schools are safe and they will remain vigilant in response to the shooting. Reporting in the studio, Rishi Oza, ABC 7.
New at noon, a Mexican national who served as a leader in the Barrio Azteca criminal enterprise was sentenced to court last week to 12 years in federal prison. According to the United States Attorney Office, Western District of Texas, 56-year-old Salvador Garcia, aka Ardilla, from Ciudad Juarez, was charged for racketeering influence and corrupt organization act, also known as RICO offense. Court documents say he was responsible for coordinating the shipment of heroin from Juarez to El Paso for the Barrio Azteca organization. Garcia conducted narcotics smuggling operations from Juarez from 2010 and about 2014. He recruited other members and associates to smuggle the heroin into El Paso for him. Garcia was arrested to federal authorities on June 20th of 2024 and pleaded guilty to the RICO charge of April 7th of this year.
To more local news, over 24 animals are now in the care of El Paso Animal Services after the city won an animal cruelty case. Earlier this month, Animal Services removed 3 dogs from a property. 1 was sick and 2 were allegedly aggressive. Inside that home, authorities found 25 dogs and several cats living in unsafe conditions. The dogs were kept in wire kennels while the cats were in a bathtub covered with wire. The court ruled the case as animal cruelty and permanently remove the animals from the owner's care.
And for the last 18 years, Villa Maria has helped women in abuse situations transition from crisis to independence. And now they're asking the community for help. And ABC 7 spoke to organizers at the shelter. They told us while donations are always welcome, acts of service work just as well.
We are always in need of volunteers. We need to repair some furniture. We need to paint the house.
We want to update it so these women can have this amazing place to live and feel like themselves again.
And the shelter was envisioned as a place for women to heal their mind, body, and also spirits. Receiving personalized case management and supportive community, they continue their goal for giving women better opportunities and to start off a new life. In addition to asking for volunteers, Villa Maria is also hosting a benefit event.
You purchase a ticket and you can come in and you can drink all the amazing wine, courtesy of LNF. And then we have 14 restaurants. And then you can try the different food. And it's tapas style. And we also have a live band.
And for more information about donating and purchasing tickets to the benefit event, head on over to kvia.com.
Well, still to come, more updates are out on the COVID-19 vaccine. But the U.S. Food and Drug Administration has approved now for a more limited group.
And cases of flesh-eating bacteria are on the rise. How seafood and swimming in the ocean pose a risk for infection. That's all coming up.
Hello, Abigail. I love you so much, darling. I had to make this video to make you happy, my love.
Now take a closer look. This is AI-generated video scamming a woman out of her life savings. What to watch out for with these scams and what the family's saying coming up. And in storm trap weather, we are now under an ABC 7 first alert, tracking some warm temperatures for now, but a cooling trend is on the way along with some strong rain chances. We'll break the forecast down after the break.
This is ABC 7,
where news comes first.